of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Well, hello everybody. We are coming to you under rather trying conditions this morning, this Monday, November 8th, 2022. I didn't see the fog on the forecast today, so we're coming to you from under a plastic shower curtain to keep our equipment dry, and we're going to try to bring you for the next couple of hours at least what we can from the airport. Now, it's very foggy today, and so we're going to be relying a lot on Flight Radar 24, and you can see there's not a lot going on right now on Flight Radar 24. So, and we don't have our full gear today. We've just got two cameras going, and they both kind of show the same thing, fog. We'll be able to hear the roar of the planes, and we may have to follow along in 3D view on Flight Radar 24 to show you what's going on, because unless this fog burns off, we're not going to show you much. But as long as it doesn't start pouring rain, we're going to try. So let's say hello to everybody. We have Douglas Serrano. Good morning, Walt, and everyone. The weather on my phone says it's foggy until 9 a.m. Yeah, that's what it said on my phone, too. Of course, 9 a.m. is when we're scheduled to leave. So, Ian Fleming, good morning from Scotland. Hi there, Ms. Wolves, 13, and Gerard, two of our moderators. And I guess you're used to the fog in Scotland, right? So that you should feel very at home. Bill Platt, another member of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation, says good morning. Good morning to you, Bill. Sebastian Echeverria says, hi, Walt. And I say, hi back. There's another look at DFW Founders Plaza. It's rather empty right now. There's a couple cars parked here. Let's see, who else is here? M.R. Rice says, good morning, Walt. Hi, M.R. I wish I had more to show you. Patrick McGlone states the obvious. It's incredibly foggy in DFW. Probably won't be able to see the planes land until the last few seconds. Well, even that. We're going to try. We're going to give you a look at it as much as we can see. And we say hi to Ms. Wolves 13. Good morning to you. Blue Stream, Illinois Prairie. Best way to start my week? Well, you may have some reservations after this, but we're going to try. We're going to give it a old college try. Kurtos 123, evening from Sydney. Almost bedtime here. Well, I hope, I don't know. I guess if this puts you to sleep, that's fine. We're going to have a lot of talking today. We don't, in addition to not having our full complement of cameras, we also do not have our full complement of sound. That is to say, I don't have my soundboard. I've kind of There you can kind of hear the scanner in the background, but it's not wired in today because we don't have our soundboard. I was trying to keep our equipment to a minimum in case we really have to pack up in a hurry. So as I said, we've got the shower curtain. Shall I show you our setup? There's nothing else going on, so let me show you our setup here. Is this the right camera? Yeah. Okay, this is our, normally this is our truck camera. So, oh no, sorry. Everything's a little messed up today. Hang in there. There we go. Okay, so here's our camera. It's kind of covered up by a shirt to keep dry. Our computer is underneath, our computer and batteries are underneath a plastic shower curtain. And then there's the look. Over there is the UPS cargo facility. Now, unfortunately, we could get saved today by UPS, but UPS isn't running any planes during the time that we're on the air, so. So we'll turn this around so you can kind of at least see something. This is DFW Founders Plaza. There's a very damp picnic table in front of us. Tariq D74 says, hello everyone, how are you all doing today? Good evening to you all from my home country of Pakistan. And hello to you, Tariq. Terry Daniels says, hello from Florida. Honor Wimbry says, show the planes disappearing in the clouds. We will show you that if we can see any planes whatsoever. Let's check flight radar. I'm not seeing anything in the short-term view. Let's expand it out here a little bit. And have they stopped all flights to DFW today? We did see a couple coming in. We saw the flight from Honolulu come in, the American Airlines flight from Honolulu. We saw a flight from Buenos Aires come in. This was while we were setting up. We heard the Lufthansa cargo flight, I think it was a 777, going out to Frankfurt. And I think we're losing our signal now. Oh, isn't that just perfect? So anyway, I think we're going to have some fun. It's just not going to be very visual. Well, it'll be visual in a different way. Bill Platt says, Walt, just get the DFW toy van and stream you making vroom vroom sounds while racing it around the table. Yeah. Well, I don't have the, and I don't know what you're talking about, toys. We do have the, of course, the DFW remote, the Runway DFW remote truck, and our new Pan Am Econoline panel truck. They are parked today because of the fog. Douglas Serrano says, I think American Airlines Flight 34 was diverted. Okay. Craig Russell says, Japan Airlines Boeing 787-9 from Tokyo Narita is 40 minutes out, so I guess we will see what happens with that. There you see the, now we're looking to the east here. This is normally where the sun rises and where the flights come in from the left of screen, landing to the right of the screen. You see an airport operations vehicle going through the screen there. And here's me. And you can see how foggy it is behind me. I'll lift this up a little bit so you can see, but what I'm trying to do here is to keep the dampness from settling in on the equipment. Because the table here I put out way early when I started setting up, and it was very slick from all the moisture in the air this morning. Bill Platt says, I honestly never knew Texas actually got fog. Well, here it is. I was here once, I think it was last winter in the early days of Runway DFW, and we had a situation similar, very similar to this, and I kind of gave up. I thought, nah. But we do have a secret weapon. We have Flight Radar 24 3D view. So if we can't see the planes, we can watch a flight coming in on 3D view. So we'll give it a try. I don't know if we'll last till 9 o'clock. I don't know. That's our schedule time. And I was thinking that because we get, courtesy of the time change, we get some earlier sunrise here by an hour. I thought, well, we'll have some more stuff to show you. And there you see some more airport operations vehicles shining through the fog there. And Douglas says Flight 34, American Airlines, was actually not diverted. I still see it en route to DFW. East Texas Aviation says American Flight 2605 is 26 minutes out. And MRI says Korean Air Flight 31 about an hour and 21 minutes from DFW. So, there's all the things we might be able to see if the fog lifts a little bit. Fareed Abed says, hello friends. Hi there, Fareed. Good to see you today. And did I say hello to Karen Monson? Hello, Karen Monson, who says good morning to everyone. So, I'm looking at the map now. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, I see a flight from San Antonio coming in. It's about 15 minutes away. So I'm thinking right about now, maybe this was a mistake, Walt. Maybe I just should have canceled this broadcast. But I don't know, I kind of see it as a challenge. This is the challenge that we plane spotters are up to sometimes. Ralph Rife says, good morning, Walt. Hello to you, Ralph. And if, and Fareed is saying, sunrise is now 20 minutes away at 6:50. And I don't know what we're going to see any sun, but I hope what sun there is will tend to burn off this fog. It can't be this bad the whole morning, right? So if you just bear with us, you know, we don't even have our music, my iPad, which with all our music, I could just play some music. I've only got one tune here, I think. Do I? Maybe I don't even have that. Got this. That's kind of our standby music that we use before the broadcast. We kind of cycle through our cameras and let you see what's going on. Hello, Anthony YT. Glad to see you. Esther Melee. Good morning, Walt. hello to you. Mrs. Runway DFW says, sunrise will change things, but no one listens to me. Hey, I listen to you, and I'm going to stick it out for that sunrise. Ed Chilcott says, good morning from North Carolina. And again, if you're just joining us, we are in the midst of fog here at DFW Airport. As we say, good morning to Ed Chilcote. Good morning from North Carolina. Did I mention you already? Farid says, Dallas area under a dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. Central. So welcome to the dense fog edition of Runway DFW, where we will bring you 2+ solid hours of dense fog, punctuated by me underneath a shower curtain. Yes, this show's going in the record books, folks. Let me see if I can get a different... Now our scanner's kind of hanging up. Why are you doing that to me, scanner? I was going to try to swing the camera around to bring you a different view of something, but there's really almost nothing to see. But let me paint the word picture for you, as they say. This is a view of the UPS cargo facility just to the south of us. And it's just a few hundred yards away, but the lights that illuminate that cargo facility are barely perceptible. And of course, you can't see any aircraft. Do I see any aircraft? I do not. I believe there are aircraft parked there, but I can't see any. So we'll just swing around here slowly. And so now we were looking kind of southwest there. Now we're pointing almost due south towards the American Airlines hangar facility. Now we're swinging around to the southeast to where runways 18 right and 18 left are, in that murk somewhere. Well, this is kind of fun. Not. And now we're slowly coming around to the eastern view, back where we were looking before, and this is, of course, Founders Plaza. There, there's a monument in the center of your view there, which is the Founders Plaza Monument. Here comes a car, thinking, oh, let me look at some planes there. Oh, wait, there's fog. Well, now we have a name for this. It's from Adam Serena, the Runway DFW Fog-stravaganza edition. And Esther says, hey, Walt, how are you doing this morning? Well, I'm trying to figure out how to bring you a broadcast when conditions are what would charitably be called suboptimal during our fog-stravaganza. Dwayne C. says, good foggy morning, Walt. Since you went to the trouble to get there and do the stream, hang around. I didn't see any mention on our forecast last night about fog. Yeah, I didn't either. Now, of course, when I got in the car this morning and started driving, yeah, I saw that there was fog. and I had a pretty good inclination that when I got here there would still be fog. My hope is that it will burn off a little bit to just give you some sense of airplanes landing and taking off. So I don't know if that's yet going to happen, but we'll give it a try. Mark G says, good morning. Don't worry about music. Silence is golden. Well, you may hear a bit of silence along the way. Karen Munson says, over here, and I don't know where here is, it doesn't look too bad by Founders Plaza. TriStar Darren says, several flights are due in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Let me look at the old radar here. Well, of course, the first flight coming in on the radar looks like it's headed over to the east side of the airport. Now we're on the west side, and if we can't see anything coming here on the west side, I don't even know if we'll be able to hear it coming in on the east side. But you know, we're gonna stick it out. I like a challenge. That's American flight 2787 coming in from Nashville, an Airbus A321. Should we look at it landing? Just look at it landing. Here it comes. Where's the plane? There it is. So, this could be the future of Runway DFW today. Watching planes landing in 3D view courtesy of Flight Radar 24. So you should be able to see us in the picture there shortly, kind of in the background. So we have kind of a secret weapon here, thanks to Flight Radar 24. And there is a slight delay. I was trying this before we went on the air. And as you would expect, there's probably a 15 or 20 second delay between the time you see the plane approaching the runway and the time it actually lands on the runway. MRI says, cool view on Flight Radar 24. And Douglas says, how do you get that simulator mode on Flight Radar 24? I think you have to be a paid member of Flight Radar 24, I think. Which to me, it's worth it. So check it out. So there it is, making the turn to head to the terminal. And the reason we're showing you that, if you've just joined us, is because of this. Fog. Heavy fog. The sky is brightening a little bit. Cathay 777 Yin, good morning. Runway DFW Walt, good morning to you. Just to bring everybody up to date on what's happening here, we are in the middle of a fog bank here at DFW Airport. And that's about all we can see, really. We can't see the runways. And for Reed is clarifying about Flight Radar 24, you get 3 sessions in 3D for free. Thereafter, you must purchase a subscription. So you can try it out. It's kind of fun. And I think we may have to count on it quite a lot this morning. Bit wet out there, says Mr. Tank 2010. And yes, it is. If you are just joining us, look, it is a lot lighter out now. Now it's about, well, actually it is around the time the sun is supposed to rise. I think it's 6:45. So, yeah. Oh, here comes a plane. Let's see if we can see it. Let me see if I can get the right camera here plugged in. That was it. That was American Airlines Flight 2266. Arriving from San Antonio, an Airbus A321, as you could clearly see. What the heck, I'll just announce these planes as they come in. Next to arrive is going to be American Eagle Flight 4941. A CRJ 701ER coming in from Wichita Falls, Texas after a grueling 25-minute flight. And that'll be followed right behind it by American Flight 1098 coming in from Kansas City, a 737-800. I'm going to will the fog to lift now. Join me, won't you, in willing this fog to lift. Okay, here comes the flight from Wichita Falls. Let me know if you see it. I actually followed it with my ears, but I have to say I did not actually see it. All right, we're going to keep doing this. Planes, put on your brightest strobe lights for us, would you please? As we said before, it's American Airlines Flight 1098 from Kansas City next. On the Runway DFW Fog-stravaganza 2022. Here it comes, you can hear it. I'm not actually sure that landed. I think that was a go-round. So there you saw it, a go-round of Flight 1098 from Kansas City with the One World livery in the air for an hour and 13 minutes. It's going to take a little sightseeing tour and try to come on back. So that's our first ever audio go-around on Runway DFW. Delicious.
Okay, order departure 658. We'll do that. 698. Yeah.
Gerard wonders if I have a leaf blower. Maybe you can bring it with you next time when it's foggy. Yeah, we have several leaf blowers. We use it to dust out the barn. Don't have any AC power out here. These are electric leaf blowers. I think it might tax my jackeries to plug them in here, though. Hans von Rietsey says, DFW drizzle, fog, wet. Yes, that's about right. Tim Bell says, any missed approaches so far? Well, we just saw one. Well, we heard one. A missed approach. Tim Bell says, love the new all gray livery. It kind of blends in, doesn't it? Esther says, Walt, we need a foggy joke since it's foggy out. I don't mind jokes. I don't even mind dad jokes. They're fine with me. Keith B suggests leaving some rolls of paper towel out. That'll suck up the fog. Well, I should have stopped at Sam's Club on the way in. Douglas says, should be nice the rest of the week. And normally I come to you on Tuesdays when I can. Oh, here comes an airplane. Are we in the right camera? Yeah. That was American Eagle Flight 3748 coming in from San Angelo, Texas. And as you could hear, it was an Embraer 175 LR. Just a 41-minute flight. As we'll reset our primary camera for the next incoming flight. Next arrival will be American Airlines Flight 967 from Austin, Texas, the capital. A minibus, an Airbus A319. Wendy, KLM fan, says, I got lost in the mist today. I didn't have the foggiest idea where I was. And Ralph says, maybe some sponges. Big, giant sponges, that would be good. So we've had some landings. We've had a not a diversion, but a go around. The flight from Austin is almost here. I suspect you'll hear it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me see if I can zero in on some of these. Sorry, I'm doing something with the camera here to... Well, here comes the flight from Austin. Let's see if we can catch any faint glimpse of it, of its lights or anything. Didn't see anything. The only thing I can see out there, let me see if I can zero in on it here. You can hear the thrust reversers. Oh, there it is. Well, we're not focusing in on that. There's a stop sign that has a flashing red light on it. Oh my goodness. Tim Bell says, do you have infrared mode? I do. I wonder if that would help. Do you think that would help? I guess there's no point in not trying. As we say hello to John Kelly Grant. Good morning from California. And just for those of you who are joining us right now on Runway DFW, we're in the midst of a Fog-stravaganza at DFW Airport. Haven't seen any planes coming in. They've come in, but we just haven't seen them. So I'm going to try to switch over to infrared mode. I don't really know that it's going to help, but at this point... Okay, so now we bring you infrared mode. It puts a green ghoulish cast on everything. I'm trying to see if it makes us able to see anything that we can't otherwise see. There's some runway lights there, which I don't know were making an appearance before. So maybe we will be able to see a plane coming in. Well, our next opportunity is going to be coming up in about a minute. It will be American Eagle Flight 4957 coming in from Del Rio, Texas. In the air for 51 minutes now. In CRJ 701ER. If this doesn't work, we may try virtual 3D mode again from Flight Radar 24. Thank you for watching this experiment in aviation. That's our infrared camera. Here's a regular camera to kind of compare what it looks like right now. Keith P says, someone has taken a really hot shower and left the door open. That's a good one. Esther asks, while we're waiting for this plane to arrive, what is your favorite plane? It's a 747. And my second favorite would be the Airbus A4, what is it? The A340. I guess I'm a sucker for four-engined aircraft. So here comes the flight from Del Rio. It's going to be followed up by another American Eagle flight from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Looks like there's a plane, a morning flight to Los Angeles, American Flight 2717, which is lining up to take off. And who knows whether we'll be able to see that or not. It's the Runway DFW Fog-stravaganza exclusively here on Runway DFW channel on YouTube. It's very pleasant outside. I don't even have my thermometer out here. It must be upper 60s, I guess. Well, here comes the... Let's see if we can pick this up on our... Yeah, I don't think that's helping at all. Now, I couldn't see it with my eyes. You know, it's not just the camera that can't see it. I don't know, maybe my camera has better vision than I do, but you can hear the reverse thrusters. So the plane did land. So I think I'm going to turn off the infrared vision. I don't think that really helped any. It was a good suggestion. And so now if we go back to camera 1, we're once again on the full color version. Not very colorful today. Here comes another plane. This is the one from Stillwater, Oklahoma. I honestly couldn't see anything. Mr. Benji the Bomber says, gotta go, see y'all later. You were maybe hoping to see something this morning? And Evelyn MD, it was not green, it was, it was green, it was not your eyes. We were just trying out some, an infrared view to see if that would pick up anything that the visible light wasn't able to capture. This is really kind of fun, actually, in a perverted way. Another plane coming in. The 737-800 from Kansas City. Oh, this is the one that... Is this the one that diverted? Or that went around? I think it is. There's American Flight 1098. And I can't see it, but I can hear the reverse thrusters. So I believe we have a landing there. So plenty of planes coming in, despite the next to zero visibility here this morning. As we await the arrival of SkyWest Flight 4958 from College Station, Texas, operating on behalf of American Eagle. A 42-minute flight aboard a CRJ 701ER. And no, it hasn't arrived yet. It's coming. It's a-coming. John Kelly Grant says, wow, that mist looks like that Stephen King movie, The Mist. Adam, Planes in the Mist? Wasn't there a movie? Oh, it was Gorillas in the Mist, I think, wasn't it? Didn't see it. Okay, here comes the CRJ 701 ER. And I'm staying on a wide shot because there is a vehicle out there. I know I just saw it. Can you see it? Of course, it won't focus on anything. I think I just showed you my menu. Didn't mean to do that. A Mesa Airlines flight operating on behalf of American Eagle, flight 5861. It will shortly be ending a 50-minute journey from Amarillo, Texas, aboard a CRJ 900 ER. We'll bring you the sound of it, and you know we're getting to the point now where we may actually be able to see some semblance of a plane. Oh, I saw it. I could see it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I have to set my focus on manual. Let me go to the other camera here, because it's definitely not going to focus on anything that is moving. So let me see what I can do for you all here. Okay, so we've got manual focus. I think the next plane that comes in, we'll be able to see it. It's going to be American Flight 2658 from Midland, Texas. Keep your fingers crossed, folks. Here we go. There's definitely a little more visibility here. Oh, I can see some UPS planes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see what we can see here. Well, looky there. So it's taken us almost an hour before we could actually see a plane here. As we turn our attention to the UPS facility, you can see those planes in the mist. There's a MD-11 right in front of us. There's 2 more MDs over to the right here. And we're going to be rewarded now for our patience with Japan Airlines Flight 12 coming in from Haneda Airport in Tokyo. This is going to be a 787-9 Dreamliner on your home for low visibility Runway DFW. Okay, here it comes. Willie wants to know, did Walt make the sky look foggy this morning? And Douglas says, fog is starting to lift slowly but surely. And Jonathan says, we have a plane. And Bill Platt makes the comparison of this being like a floater in your eye just after you wake up, swimming across your vision. And Keith B has another slogan for us, plane hearing at DFW. And Karen says, persistence pays off. Hey, what have we got here? Hang on. We're going to swing around and see American Flight 431. This is the first plane we've seen in position to take off. That's going to Phoenix. And here comes Flight 2272. American Airlines coming in from Oklahoma City. Look at that. Well, maybe I started a little early today. Maybe I should have waited a bit before we came on the air, but I don't know, it's kind of fun to pretend to see airplanes for a while. Now we can see how much of this plane we can see on its way to Phoenix. Surprised we could see that much of it. Alaska Airlines Flight 287 is now approaching the starting line. I thought I saw it there. There it is. It's a 737-800, dating back 15 years. Again, this is on its way to Seattle. Let's watch this plane coming in here. We get this nice vapor trail. I hear an indication that somebody has favored us with some super chat goodness. So hang on, I'll get to that in a second. Where's that plane? I saw, oh, there it is. We're going to watch the planes come in. I think it's more fun. This is going to be American Eagle Flight 3667 arriving from Tallahassee after an hour and 46-minute flight aboard an Embraer 175 LR. I hear it. I hear it. Did it go around? Yep, it went around. Our second go-around of the morning. It's that flight from Tallahassee. That's our second audio go-around of the morning. So let me pause to acknowledge the very nice super chat from our moderator, Bill Platt. Don't worry about starting so early. The chat alone has been worth the stream. Lots of groaners. It's fantastic. Thank you, Bill. And Willie says, hey there, Walt. You can come on anytime. Evelyn MD says, looks like Ireland. But Karen is indicating you can see color through the fog now. Here comes another arrival. This is going to be American Airlines Flight 2862 from Wichita, Kansas. It's an Airbus A320. Flight 2862, did I say that? I don't know. But you can definitely see now, we can see the terminal buildings. The fog is definitely lifting, and I think this Alaska Airlines jetliner is about ready to make its move. But we're going to track a Dreamliner coming in. This is going to be American Airlines Flight 6 from Maui. All right, here goes the Alaska Airlines plane finally off to Seattle. It was sitting there for a little while. Well, the ceiling has lifted a little bit. We're about to see American Eagle Flight 3885 arriving from Corpus Christi, Texas. It'll be an Embraer 175. They've been flying around for a little over an hour. And I would like to acknowledge a super chat of $4.99 from Wadhadge. Thank you, Wadhadge. So as Spirit Airlines Flight 207 gets ready to make its way to Las Vegas, we've got American Eagle Flight 3439 arriving from Lubbock, Texas, flying aboard an Embraer 175. I don't know, the landings seem more interesting than the takeoffs right now, so let's zero in on this, shall we? Let's try this transition. The sky transition. Well, if there's one livery that's made for days like this, it's the yellow, bright yellow Spirit livery. Even it looks a little dull, shrouded in fog. Got another plane coming in, this one from Brownsville, Texas. A CRJ 701 ER, maybe? Fun to see all that vapor. Fortunately, it's not raining here, and actually the mist has kind of stopped. We've got Delta Flight 1662 on the flight line. It's an Airbus A220-100. The wind is almost dead calm here. Just a very slight breeze from the south. As we welcome American Eagle Flight 4970 from Laredo, Texas. Now the Delta flight, did we say where it was going? It's going to Minneapolis-St. Paul. But we may divert once again. Divert in terms of where our camera is pointing. Because there's an Airbus A319 coming in from Monterrey, Mexico, American flight 20112. 20112, no, 2012. This fog, I've got brain fog now. So coming out of the clouds will be this Airbus A319. We can hear it, and we can just about see it. There it is. Let the Wookiee roar. That Embraer 145 came in from Abilene, Texas. American Eagle Flight 3647. As we see if we can watch this Delta flight go out. Fareed with the weather says it's a warm and humid morning at DFW. Fog, 70 degrees, 21 Celsius. Winds at 2 miles an hour. Relative humidity, 98%. And barometric pressure, 30.12. Thank you. there goes the Wookiee. And wow, that was a loud one. And that American Eagle flight 5820 just came in from El Paso in far west Texas. Here goes the Delta A220. And there it goes. So look over here towards the west tower, and you can see all those UPS planes we weren't able to see earlier when we first signed on. And then there's a couple more over here. A couple more MD-11s. But UPS is quiet on Monday mornings. At least that's been our experience recently. That may change a bit as the holiday season ramps up and more people are sending stuff. American Eagle Flight 3667 coming in from Tallahassee, Florida. And Embraer 175 is now on final approach on Runway DFW. The Fog-stravaganza edition. Let me see if I can reconnect with you folks again. Hello, we're still here. We're having fun. Gershwan Singh with a greeting. Good morning, Walt. Good morning, Gershwan. Douglas says, now we're seeing more planes. Yes, we are. Willie Sanchez wants to know, so does Walt have Kevin and Rudy with him today? No, I've actually never met Rudy. I've never had the privilege of meeting Rudy. But he's out there with Kevin at LAX. They had a very nice show yesterday. Bill Caldham says, good morning. It's foggy like this in southwest Arkansas today. Coming in from Anchorage. It's American Flight 399 and Airbus A321. It's a 6-hour and 17-minute flight on that narrow body plane. It's quieted down just a little bit here. As the fog lifts even more, we can see more stuff. American Eagle Flight 3621 from Fort Smith, Arkansas is next on the arrivals list. It's an Embraer 175. It'll be here in just a minute. And I see that we have our friend Kevin in the house. Hello, Kevin. Good to see you. You're up early today. Kevin was in for some weather out at LAX for his regular Tuesday broadcast. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I hope the weather clears up for you, Kevin, at Airline Videos Live. I got to listen to most of your show yesterday, but as is common on a Sunday, I don't often get to see a lot of it, but I play it back in my car as I'm listening, and it's just great to hear you and Rudy bantering back and forth, painting the word picture. As we had to do earlier when we were in total pea-soup fog operations here. Had a couple of go-rounds. We couldn't even see them. We could just hear them going around. But it's cleared up quite a bit since we first turned on the cameras. And that's the flight from Fort Smith, Arkansas that we advertised earlier. An American Eagle flight. We've got another American Eagle flight which is getting ready to come in. It'll be here in about a minute or two. Flight 3327 from Harlingen in South Texas. Meanwhile, we've got this Airbus A321 headed out to Airline Videos Live Land in Los Angeles. It says flight 1143. I want to thank all of you who have stuck it out with us this morning through this foggy session. I don't think we saw a plane for the first 45 minutes. And I wasn't even sure we were going to see any planes today. Let's see, we've got a flight from Harlingen coming in, Harlingen, Texas, an Embraer 175. That'll be here in a minute. We'll circle back to there. Okay, here comes the next flight. I hear it now. Frontier Flight 2711 on the flight line now.
Alright, Arnett, Laird, so take
Who have we got on the tail today? Next arrival is going to be American Eagle Flight 3919 in Embraer 175. Heading in from Killeen, Texas. A 50-minute flight. An intrastate flight. What's that? There's more you want? Well, we have it for you here on today's Fog-stravaganza. Be here in a minute or two. American Flight 1470 from Seattle, an Airbus A321. That's what, about a 3-hour flight? 3 hours and 23 minutes. That's the thing about DFW Airport. You can get to just about any destination within the 48 contiguous states within 3.5 hours. I don't think there's any place that would take more than that, would there? Seattle's about as far as you can get from here in a straight line. Maybe someplace in New England. I'll have to check that out someday. Oh, and I didn't get to you the animal that was on that Frontier flight. Pike the otter, says TriStar Darren. Thank you for that information. Our moderator, Bill Platt, says it's amazing how on point ATC is the minute the fog became 100% safe for landings. Bring 'em in, boys. We aren't often treated to these misty landings here at DFW, so it's kind of fun to see. That noise is me adjusting my my other camera. Let's try and get a little better look at where we are in relation to where the UPS terminal is. So glad to have Kevin in the mix here in the chat room. So kind of him to wake up a little bit early and share some of his stories with you guys. I know you're excited to see him here. And I say hello to you, Kevin. I can't wait to have you back here. I see that you don't have us on the schedule yet here in Dallas, Fort Worth, but we'll be on the lookout for you. We've got your batteries here that you have favored us with, and that's how we're operating today. Thanks to you. So thank you, Kevin. What happened to all of our activity? Well, we do have American Flight 1595 coming in from Austin. It'll be an A319. We'll circle camera 1 back around to look to the northwest. I've lost all track of time. 7:48 is the time. It's about an hour after sunrise here. No sign of the sun directly, but it's definitely lightened up a bit. I'm starting to feel some droplets now that I wasn't feeling earlier. Brennan Mutt says, and we doing runway inspections right now, so traffic is slow. I do see some flashing lights out there, indicating that there are some vehicles on the tarmac, but there is what is that? I think it's another Frontier flight getting ready to take off. But before we look at that, got American Flight 34 coming in from Auckland, New Zealand. Almost a 13-hour flight. I'm certain that they're ready to stretch their legs a bit. So let us welcome this Dreamliner 787-9 and its passengers from New Zealand, a flight which started up just a little more than a week ago, is a daily round trip. I hear it now.
Departure Delta 1. Takeoff note, 1 left on empty.
I think that may be American's longest flight currently. I'm not... Don't quote me on that, but I think it might be. Certainly among the longest. That's Frontier Flight 503 off to Denver, Colorado, aboard an Airbus A320 off into the mist.
Later on,
We say good morning to Cat's Meow. And here comes another plane from Seattle. It's Flight 1596, an Airbus A321 on Runway DFW. Got another international flight coming in next. It's going to be Korean Air Flight 31 from Seoul. A Dreamliner 787-9. It'll be here in a minute or so. Stand by for that. Bill Platt says Walt needs his own little viewing shed like they have at Manchester Airport for Airliners Live. What, don't you think this is better than a viewing shed? This here shower curtain? Brennan Mutt says, I'm in 9014, LOL. I was trying to wave at you. Sorry if I didn't see you. Kerry Taylor says, hello from Milton Keynes in England. Looks a bit murky there. Yeah, I would say. Gershwan Singh says, well, it was nice watching and chatting here with Kevin and Runway DFW, but I got to get ready for school. So bye. Have a great show. Thank you, Gershwan. Have a excellent day at school. Study hard. Sam Lendis paying tribute to Kevin of Airline Videos Live. Kevin is the man, up early in Cali. Kevin is. Must be all those desserts they ate yesterday. It did sound like they were having fun. And MRI says, cool headset, Walt. This is actually a very cheapo headset. I think it's a Walmart special. I'm only using this today because I don't have my regular soundboard, so this plugs right into the USB. I want it to be able to go really fast if I had to. DJ Angel Rider 78, is that like a plane spotting area? Yes, it is. It's a very nice plane spotting spot that DFW Airport provides for free. You can park here, you can hang out. And here comes, do I have the right, yeah. Trying to make sure I had the camera plugged in here. Those Dreamliners churn up a lot of mist, don't they? Yes, talking about this headset, I think I found it in the bargain bin at Walmart in the last few months, and I thought this may come in handy someday if I ever have to broadcast with minimal gear. It's a USB headset, so the feedback I get from it is there's a very slight echo. And so you got to kind of get used to it. I hope I'm not speaking weirdly. Well, looks like we do have the runway inspection team out and about right now. But at least we can see them. See if I need to adjust my focus. So we can find a faraway point here. That's a little better, I think. Well, let's look at some we'll point our camera over here at the UPS planes for a second. Oh, we can kind of see the West Tower now. That was not evident earlier. Let's take a look at flight radar. See what we can see. Well, there you see the track for American Flight 116 from Maui, Dreamliner. It's about 26 miles away, 25 miles. It says it'll be here in 4 minutes. That sounds generous. But here's the airport, and there's nothing happening here on the west side right now. So we've got a little time to chat amongst ourselves. Kevin wants to know, Runway DFW, is that Grackle causing trouble? He thinks he owns that place. Let me see. There were some... I don't see them right now. I see one that's kind of perched. I don't even know if it's a Grackle, actually. See one solitary bird. Well, I see a couple of them kind of perched on the structures here that serve to provide some shade. But I did see a bunch of Grackles the other day in front of a Walmart, and that is posted to our page here at Runway DFW on YouTube. Just titled Grackles. And you can kind of hear the noise they make when there's a bunch of them. Hello to you, Ken Finch. Afternoon, evening from the UK, or good morning as the case may be. In this message from a little earlier, Joe was saying the blue from Korean Air looks so good in this fog. It did look kind of nice. And Marco's stating the obvious. Looks like y'all got some thick fog at DFW. Well, not as thick as it was earlier in the morning. We spent the first, 45 minutes or so just kind of luxuriating in fog. And there you see the scene at DFW Founders Plaza. I need to straighten that out just a bit, don't I? I don't have my regular cameras going today. Now there we go. You can see the flags back there. There's just a little bit of wind today, not very much. As you can tell, we're kind of in a lull right now. You can look at the radar again, nothing happening. It should ramp up during this hour, but that may depend, of course, on other factors, including flight delays and connections and all that kind of stuff. I see we're at very low bandwidth right now. I don't know if that's because there's not much to see or because we're having some transmission issues. So let me know if you see anything that looks amiss. And there again is the view at DFW Founders Plaza. Douglas says, here comes American Airlines Flight 116. Indeed. Well, I'm seeing flight 674. But in any event, it's a plane, and we'll take a look at it on Runway DFW. 116 will be following this plane. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Is it getting foggier? I thought it was supposed to be clearing up. I think that was landing on runway 18 left, which is generally the takeoff runway. Am I right? Yes. It's coming in from Harrisburg. Harrisburg, PA. So the next flight coming in is going to be the Dreamliner from Maui. Flight 116, a 787-9 Dreamliner. Our next foggy arrival on runway DFW. I was testing my cough switch there, but I realize that cuts off everything. This is just the fact that they're landing on a runway a little further away from us obscures them all the more. So another 18 left landing there for you. It's kind of fading away from us in the murk. In just a minute or so, we'll have American Airlines Flight 1034 for you, 737-800 arriving from Guadalajara in Old Mexico. Hope you're all doing well this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you may be. You're watching Runway DFW, the Fog-stravaganza edition. It's early on a Monday morning, and we're doing our best to pick some planes out of the fog for you. Here comes flight 1034 as my phone delivers an Amber Alert. Yeah, the visibility has deteriorated just a bit from its peak visibility. So I don't know what to expect over the next 45 minutes or so that we are broadcasting. Got nothing lined up over on this side of the airport for the moment. I think we just got a new subscriber. I heard it. Ishak Ali, if I pronounced that right. Thanks for being our newest subscriber on Runway DFW. Our friend Flugelschaft says Dallas Fluffworth, referring to the fluffage which is coming off the planes as we see them landing here. Bill Platt with a nice comment. Today's stream could have been an epic failure. Well, it's not over yet, Bill, but he says this has been one of my favorite DFW streams, so thank you. Yeah, I like to make the best of a bad situation, so this is not the best situation, so doing what we can. And Douglas says the fog is coming back down. So I don't know. We'll have to end early or not. TriStar Darren says so much moisture in the air right now. And Bill Platt says, I think it is actually getting foggier. And I think it is. We can still see the top of the beacon there, so that's a good thing, I guess. Kerry Taylor says, I've been spotting since the mid-70s. DFW is one of the airports I wanted to go to but cannot afford to fly transatlantic. Now, your streams give me the fix I need. Thank you, Kerry. That's nice to hear. It kind of makes it all worthwhile. I enjoy the same kinds of things to see other airports around the world, which was kind of what got me interested in all this to begin with. I see that we do have a plane over there. It's an American Airlines plane. It's getting ready to take off. It's an Airbus A321 off to Los Angeles. And my windsock just fell off my mic. Don't need it really today, I guess. It's not really windy. But yes, I can confirm that the visibility is dropping. Goodbye. I think Kevin's friend is here. And speaking of Kevin, a $10 super chat from Airline Videos. Kevin, fog removal fun. Get out of here. Thank you, Kevin. And TriStar Darren says, honestly, it looks more like Heathrow than Dallas there today. My boss is messaging me now. There's a time card discrepancy. Hey, little birdie. You got something to say to Kevin? Come on, squawk for us.
Tower, we gotta go back and get,
Got a bunch of little pals here. There once again is the UPS cargo hub. All quiet this morning. I don't know why they're not flying on a Monday morning, but they're not. I've been here on Mondays in recent weeks, and yeah, nothing to see here, folks. American Flight 1792 is about to touch down from San Luis Potosí in Mexico. It's an Airbus A319. We'll see how much of it we can see here at the Fog-stravaganza. There's that fluff that Flugelschaft was talking about. Looks like we'll be seeing a flight coming in from Charleston, South Carolina, in just a minute or two. It'll be 737-800. Did I not punch up that camera? I guess I didn't. You didn't see what I was talking about. Yes, I missed that one. Well, you'll just have to... Yes, I'm getting all the messages now. We had the wrong camera punched up. We've got it. Everything is under control. We just missed that one. Lovely view of the car park, though, says TriStar Darren. Well, here's the issue. Can I show this to you? So now, let me see what I can do here. Okay, so here I am operating the camera, and when I look down, I can't see the computer screen as I normally do, which lets me know what I'm broadcasting because it's undercover. So that's my excuse. I apologize for that. We'll try to make up for it in the next 40 minutes or so. But here's our view. Oh, we've got a Spirit Airlines flight going out. Tell you what, we'll show you that. Hang on. Let me dial that up here. Behind the scenes at Runway DFW. So here we go. Punch up the right camera. There we go. Look at that. So we've got a Spirit headed out, followed by a Delta. We've got this Charleston flight coming in. Spirit is going out to LaGuardia. We don't usually see LaGuardia flights go out from over here, so maybe they've closed down the east side of the airport for a time. There'll be a Delta flight going out to Salt Lake City after that, but first of all, get a little fluffage here for you. Flight from Charleston. I don't know if we're going to see this one get to the end of the runway. Yes, I think I've officially lost that one. As we say thank you to John Muscatel, we get a Canadian $10 tip. Hi Walt, enjoying the planes with you guys. P.S. Airline Videos is my family and you guys too. Thank you. That's a very nice compliment. Susan Duncan says, hello Walt and everyone. Let's see if we can catch any of this Delta flight going off to Salt Lake City. Not going to see much of it. Yeah, the fog is settling in again here. We had a brief reprieve. And yeah, I guess they are shifting some of the flights that normally go in on the east side here, because our next arrival is going to be coming in from Orlando, Florida, American Flight 668 and Airbus A321. Let's see how much of this we can see on Runway DFW's Monday Fog-stravaganza. Now I'm starting to feel some water droplets on my face and on my glasses. Don't know how much longer we can go. We'll see what we can do. We got American Flight 1066, a 737-800 on final approach from Mexico City. So we will say bienvenidos to this aircraft here in a moment when it gets here. Foggy. Indeed it is. Stu Doherty says, good afternoon from England. This fog is so British. I'm a new subscriber and enjoying DFW Dallas foggy weather. Well, thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Happy to have you with us. It's not like this all the time. In fact, the only other time I was here in foggy weather I had a shutdown. Well, I didn't wait it out. I went on the air for about 10 minutes and said, nah, this is not going to work, so goodbye. So we kind of stuck it out today, and it seems to be working out a little better. But there's a plane over there. Can you see it? Is that it? There it is. It's American Flight 1304, or at least I'm led to believe that by Flight Radar 24, which is usually reliable. It's a 737-800. It's going to Los Cabos in Mexico, where I'm pretty sure it's sunnier than here right now. Coming up on 8:30 Central Time in the U.S. You're watching Runway DFW. And you're saying, Walt, please wipe that Vaseline off the lens so we can see what's going on. But no, this is fog, Texas fog. Follow this plane into the murk. If you're just joining us, we did have two planes go around earlier this morning, but we didn't see them go around because we couldn't see that far. We heard them go around, and that was confirmed by observations on Flight Radar 24. Next to arrive is American Flight 2027. This is coming in from Silao in Mexico. It's an Airbus A319. And you'll be seeing hints of it coming up right now on Runway DFW. A hint of A319. Another plane is about to arrive from Mexico, from Querétaro to be specific. It's American Flight 2268, a 737-800. In the meantime, we've got a couple of planes lined up to go out. Can we find them? I see some movement there. So one of those planes is American Flight 452 off to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a 737-800. And the other one is also going to Oklahoma. No, the other one is going to Arizona, to Tucson, Arizona. That's an Airbus A321. Flight 2720. Brian Henry said, "Hey Walt, there's a lot of east flights coming to the west side this morning. Wonder what that's all about." I don't know, I've seen that occasionally. You know, they may be doing runway inspections over there, or just kind of maybe filtering the flights so that they're more concentrated. I don't know. Well, here comes the flight from Querétaro. When I arrived this morning, it was dark when I started setting up, but I could hear flights coming in, but I couldn't see their lights. I mean, I could just hear them, but could not see them at all whatsoever. So this is a little better than that. This appears to be the flight to Tucson. And we do have a heavy approaching the starting gate. It's going to be American Flight 1190 to Cancun, Mexico. A 787-8 Dreamliner, which we see right there. OZ Gaming 9, who we talked with on our Saturday show, said, "Wow, Walt, never seen the airport like this. Must be hard to film with 2% visibility, LOL." It's not that bad, OZ Gaming. And OZ Gaming, by the way, he does have a channel here on YouTube. He's been out of commission for a little bit because he got an injury. Talked about that on our broadcast on Saturday. He stopped by and said hello. That was very nice of him to do. He and his dad. And he had a broken collarbone. He's got his right arm in a sling, so that precludes him from doing any live streaming for the time being. But we wish him well, and I know he'll be back soon. Ken G wants to know, are there any viewing areas on the other side? And he's talking about the east side of the airport. There may be a few places to get planes like, you know, flying over you or in the vicinity of you, but no place like this to get the 180-degree views that we get from Founders Plaza here. So I'm still looking. There's a possibility of one or two other places which I'm still looking into. So, FireGamer09 says, hello, Runway DFW. Hello to you. Glad to see you this morning. Two Tons of Love says rain showers slowly approaching Waco from the south. Now Waco is, what, about 150 miles south of here, something like that. So probably not a good day to be here later in the day. Coming in from Palm Beach is American Flight 1220. $787-800. Got a bunch of flights lining up to take off here on the north end of runway 18 left, including the big Dreamliner off to Cancun. Which, there it is. So that's one of at least 7 planes that are approaching the starting gate as we get ready to see American Eagle Flight 3687 come in from Aguas Calientes in Old Mexico. We've got another Dreamliner coming in. This is Flight 102 from Honolulu. Be here in just a sec. So we've got Dreamliner versus Dreamliner here. This one getting ready to take off into the stratosphere. This one again going to Cancun in Mexico. I think that's the 8 variant, the 787-8. But here comes the 787-9 from the Hawaiian Islands. Aloha. All right, here goes the Dreamliner rocketing off to Cancun. It's a pretty monochromatic show today, isn't it? Okay, now traffic jam, because let's do the count here. There's 2 planes there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that it? 11. 11 aircraft waiting to go. So we have another plane coming in from the east. American Flight 1281, an Airbus A321 arriving from Fort Myers, Florida. Here it comes. And I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with all these outgoing flights. We'll see what we can do here. I'm trying to find this one. Oh, there it is. If I can't see it with my eye, it's hard to know where to point the camera. Once the camera finds it, it's okay, but... So did I tell you where that one was going? I don't know where that one was going. That was going to Kansas City, that one that just took off. That was Flight 2788. Let's take a look at Flight 2612 coming in from Denver now. American Airlines and Airbus A321. Just point the camera over there for a second while I check our messages. Mrs. Runway DFW checks in, says, Walt still got subscribers during this Foggy episode. Shows what I know. Michael Simon and says, good Monday morning, everyone. And I wish I could have put this in earlier when I was counting the planes, but Mary Extraordinaire makes a little Sesame Street reference there. 11, ha 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 ha, 11 planes, count von count. Phil Tovey says, hi all, hope everyone is good this afternoon from Warwick in Warwickshire in the UK. And I heard, I think, a new subscriber alert. For some reason our subscribers are not populating today. But I believe that was Daniel Thomas Jr., who just subscribed. So thank you, Daniel Thomas Jr. Certainly appreciate all you guys. Our subscriptions are now above 7,900. We're on our way to 8,000. Look at all those planes there. Got about 10 minutes left in the broadcast. Got another plane coming in now. This one from Colorado Springs, Colorado. (737-800), flight 2980, American Airlines. I think we're going to focus on the planes coming in. It's just a little more interesting visually at this moment. We've got a number of planes coming in. The next two are going to both be Airbus A321s. The first one, flight 1562 from Oklahoma City, American Airlines. That'll be followed by flight 2558, American Airlines, arriving from Fort Lauderdale in Florida. So we'll turn our camera towards the gray-blue skies of Dallas-Fort Worth for flight 1562 from Oklahoma City. As much as I might curse the weather today, I'm very grateful to the weather gods for not just pouring down rain on us at any time. I guess I'll keep my fingers crossed for the next few minutes. So we do another plane count? This is kind of amazing. Okay, we'll start from the south end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I get on? 14, 15, 16. So there's the real count, 16 aircraft. There was a big one in there, wasn't there? Did I spot a big plane in there? Yeah, that was a 777, which is going to be on its way to Seoul. And that was the plane we promised earlier, coming in from Fort Lauderdale. I guess we'll, for our finale here, we'll hang loose until we can see the the 777 go off, shall we? I don't know where in line it is, though. I think it could just push its way to the front of the line, wouldn't you? So there's the big boy with a couple planes parked in front of it. Let me see if I can give you the overhead view here. So here on Flight Radar 24, you can see all the planes that are waiting their turn to come on or take off. And TriStar Darren, that was not my idea. I can't remember who suggested that in the chat. Was it Mary Extraordinaire, I think? I don't know. But at any rate, not my idea. I got that count from one of our viewers. Well, kind of a traffic jam there, I would say. I don't know if we're going to make it for the 777. We'll see what happens. Let's check out American Eagle Flight 5837, shall we? It's coming in from Durango. It's a CRJ 900ER. The next plane to come on down at Runway DFW. Okay, well, I won't count them all again, but we will just quickly pan across the lineup here. I guess if your nose is pointed to the right, at least you're in position to take off. Otherwise, you're in line. Yikes. American Flight 1867 arriving from Austin, Texas, an Airbus A319. Well, it's 8:56, just before we have to go. 70 degrees, drizzly. says here the average arrival delay is 5 minutes, but the average takeoff delay this morning at DFW Airport is 14 minutes, and I guess this probably has something to do with it. I haven't seen this many planes waiting to take off since I think it was Saturday, when we had reverse operations and well, we were having operations like this. The planes were what they call south flow, landing to the south and taking off to the south. And then they reversed the operation, so it was north flow. So all the planes that were waiting to take off had to make a U-turn and go down to the south end of the runway. And then the decision was taken to go back to south flow, and all the planes had to make another U-turn and come back to the north end of the runway here at runway 18 left. So that was a mess. And just one of those things. While we wait for the big 777, we've got American Flight 698 coming in from Phoenix, an Airbus A321. As the Fog-stravaganza draws to a close this Monday morning. I hope we'll have another Fog-stravaganza someday. It's kind of fun. I do see planes arriving over on the east side. In fact, because they have 3 north-south runways over there, they've got planes coming in on 17 center and 17 left simultaneously. We cannot show you them, but that's what's happening over there. American Flight 2193 from Tucson is on the way in. It's an Airbus A321. We'll aim our lens over to the northeast to bring that arrival to you. I really would like to bring you the 777 taking off. There's one plane taking off now. As we look over in that direction, there's the big 777 overshadowing its smaller neighbors. But I tell you what, we're going to see a 777 landing. How's that? It's coming up in about a minute now, minute or two. It's Qatar Airways Flight 731. It has the FIFA World Cup 2022 livery. It's been in the air for 16 hours and 21 minutes. And it'll be here in about a minute or two. So that'll be our final plane of the morning, as the clock has now ticked past 9 a.m. on Runway DFW. Get one more little American Eagle jet landing here. Kind of going into overtime here. All right, the next flight is going to be the Qatar Airways plane. Maybe we'll catch a glimpse of the livery. And then we're going to wrap things up. If I'm in a hurry as we leave, I do want to give great thanks to all of our great members of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation who have given of their time to share their knowledge and their courtesy with all of you in the chat room. I hope you appreciate it. I know I do. Okay, here we go. I see it now. Well, that generated a lot of floofage. I think that's a Big Jet TV term, is that not something? I think. Credit where credit is due. So okay, that's going to do it for us. We won't get to see this big 777 take off, but we'll at least glance at it as we say so long to you. So okay, that's it. Thanks for watching today. We'll be back later this week with some more great action from Runway DFW. Hopefully it'll be a little less foggy out, okay? So just happy you could be here with us today, and we'll see you next time. I don't have my regular goodbye music, so I'll just say goodbye to all of you, and we'll see you next time on Runway DFW, as we always say here. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. Thanks, everybody.
Stay tuned for The Price is Right, which follows at most of these CBS stations.
We hope you liked it. Too late to change it now.